Hey, my friends, it's your friend Kevin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My friend Freddie and his friend Patrick. Well, we're all friends together. Uh, anyway, this is your card of the day. All right, so getting right down to it, we're using the Archangel Michael Sword of Light Oracle deck this week by Radley Valentine, illustrations by Echo Chernik, and we have the Change Your Life number 16 from the Major Arcana cards of Archangel Power Tarot deck, also by Radley Valentine. And I believe these images come from Howard David Johnson. So, with that said, Archangel Chamuel is the angel, or the angel of mercy, I think God's mercy, um, kind of comes to show us the way and to help create harmonious movements forward. Now, the message with this card, Change Your Life, is a sudden revelation that offers freedom and breaking away from procrastination. It's basically embracing the opportunities that the changes bring. And sometimes changes can bring up resistance. And resistance is really pushing up against source energy, pushing up against really your inner being. The change is going to happen. And it's easier if we can just sort of go along for the ride. So my two isms today is everything I create will be blessed. We're all creative beings. And my services are needed and will be greatly received or received with gladness. If you're in the public service industry, there you go, that's for you. And even if you're not, if you're doing volunteer work, that's for you. Whatever these two mean for you is all going to play into this reading. So, Great Father in the sky, loving Mother in the earth, angels, ancestors from all four corners and realms, light workers, and beings, I welcome you to this space, and give thanks to be your messenger, and I set the intention to see, to feel, to hear, and to know your sacred words, to deliver a message in such a way that it inspires and heals. Let's see. Thank you for giving me a message that's clear, easy to understand. There's that one. Well, so be it, so shall it be. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Feeling a bit clumsy today. Don't know why. And you can see that this lovely card decided that it wanted to come out and play today. Wings of Colour. The number 33. That's a master number. It was supposedly, what I've been told, the age of Jesus when he was crucified, which would be the end of one thing and the beginning of another. 33, be patient, have faith. Your angels have the situation under control. What will come is far better than you dared to dream. So I know this lands in my lap in a deeply personal way from some events that happened very suddenly, which were, whoa, okay. And very quickly, whenever these things happen, I use an affirmation that Louise Hay taught when I first went to one of her seminars in the 1980s. She released her book, You Can Heal Your Life. She said, I'm fine, everything's okay, and from this all good things happen. This is the kind of thing that Archangel Chamuel is talking about. We've had a bit of a dress rehearsal prelude, a little bit of a ramp up to how things do change in big ways, and they can affect many people. Using affirmations, getting in tune with your intuition, and incidentally, today is a 7-day, and I'll get to that a little bit in a moment. But I'm interested to see what this card is, because this is the one that sort of slid out. But this one turned over and said, hey, hang on, wait a minute. I've got something I want to say. Ooh, Gertrude and wow, this is interesting. Uh, Gertrude and Beatrice are looking down upon this situation as if, there is this like viewpoint in the middle of their tea table, and they're sort of looking down over it, peering in. So this is quite interesting that they should be pondering what's going to happen next. So I'm going to pull this card. Look at this. Your vibration is rising. See, now this is where I love all of this. Number 43 adds up to number 7. And this is what we know for sure. So the first card that pops out in a 3-card reading, so I want to include this as a 3-card reading in a bit of a different way, because normally this would be what we know, where we're strong, where we are riding, where we're at, accepting our space. This is the influences of how we meander forward, what we can look forward to, and where we can take our next steps. The meat, if you will, the desire, if you will, the kind of like what we are pondering, focusing on. Then this last card, some could say could be the future, some could say could be the outcome, some could say is likely going to happen. Well, basically, these 2 cards are leading up to, these are the changes that you asked for. These are the revelations that you asked for. What's coming, blessing in disguise, the fact that the universe is making way for new and wonderful opportunities for you to move forward. And they're also reminding you that your vibration is rising up, that you are leveling up. You're going to a new level. You are right where you're supposed to be, and they are blessing you with these changes. And the changes are going to come unexpectedly. It could come today in the form of a letter. It could come today in the form of a phone call. It could come today in the form of a impromptu meeting that is somewhat unexpected. So what I want you to do, let me go over to this. Let's just read these little descriptions on the bottom, but I think I've got a handle on it, and I feel like this reading feels good. This is a time of great spiritual growth. If you are evolving to occupy a higher energetic frequency. In the middle here, we've got this is a blessing in disguise. Be patient and have faith that your angels have the situation under control. What will come is far better than you ever, ever, ever dared to dream. And then a sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free from procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that these changes bring you. It goes right up into everything you are creating. And everything you create from this point forward is going to be blessed. My services, what you do, how you do it, who you do it with, who you're lining up with, are needed. You have to understand, if you're a light worker, you're stepping forward into this spotlight and will be great received with gladness. Here's what I want to say about all of this for you. Particularly if you are a light worker, many of you are here and commenting, and I love you. You're like basically brothers and sisters to me. We are, what can I call it? This word I'm looking for. Come on, Gertrude, Beatrice, what is this word I'm looking for? Soul families. Oh, that doesn't feel quite right. Spiritual family. There you go. Known and unknown. Spiritual family, physical and non-physical. Do you get what I'm saying? We are part of this divine matrix together. And the point I'm making with this is we are not in competition with anyone else. There's that other thing that comes up. When we're working forward, when we're going together as brethren, as anyone who is leading a congregation, and that's it. We congress, we come together, orchestrate. Many folks have many great, wonderful ideas. There are natural leaders that will say, I've got what it takes to take us all here. There are natural worker bees that say, I have no interest in leading this pack, but what I have an interest in is supporting the cause. There's that. And there are folks who are bolstering that energy. Every single being that's on the planet that's getting a message from this, and you'll see if you go into the comments under this video, which is on YouTube, and I plop it up on Facebook, you see the comments and you see the community that's being um, created. And remember, a few weeks ago, I created a domain name, which I think was spiritual neighborhood or something of that nature. I can't remember what it was now, but it was this epiphany that came. And I know it's going to turn into something. I don't know what it's going to turn into, but it's parked right now. It might be a website. It might be a community, virtual community house of some sort, but it is that um, spiritual friends network. That's what it's called, I think. Um, and I feel that's what we are. We're spiritual friends. We're spiritual brethren, and we've come together with this big bowl of family, love, and light. And this is where we're called forward. It isn't that you give one person the spotlight. It is that the light of heaven, the light of love, the light of the divine is activating in all of us. There's this tingling going on. There's this, oh, okay, this is happening. Oh, this is good. This is going. Now, all right, I'm going to say it. All right. Oh, I always talk about what am I seeing Gertrude wearing? So, listen, this woman has got her hair pulled up in what I would call a French like pleat. It's like a beehive looking thing. Okay, I got you, girl. Her face has got gold glitter all over it. She reminds me of that character Rapunzel that came from that Once Upon a Time um, TV show that was on ABC. He had all this gold all over his face. Robert, I can't remember his last name, played the part of him. But that kind of gold metallic looking makeup on, she looks fabulous. She has her hourglass figure, but what she's got on is this gold sparkly tutu. Girl, what's your point? She said, listen, we have the golden light of love and have the gold, and she has both of her wands now. Now one of the wands is wonky, so she has these two, which is that's just her quirky nature. She says that one is just doesn't quite function, but it functions when she's got the other one. In other words, the left and the right work together to create the balance. And she has two ones that create balance. One needs some help from the other. Okay, got it. Understood. Beatrice is just rolling her eyes and saying, here she goes, off she goes. Let's see, Beatrice, do you have anything to add that's very stoic and very loving and giving? She's like, all of a sudden, oh, I love this. Beatrice has the wings of angels behind her. She herself is not an angel, but she has the wings of angels behind her, and they are lifting up these big, huge angelic plumes, if you will. Beatrice, what do you want my friends here to who come? What do you want them to know? What do you want them to say? She's saying, stay with the faith. Have the faith that things are always getting better. You have to stay connected to source energy. And she's telling me now, get on with the number of the day. Okay. All right. I'm going on with it. Sorry. So here's my notes. Now, I told you I do angel numerology, which is angel numbers and numerology work together. I took an amazing course this fall. Well, yeah, it's fall with some fantastic people, incidentally, from all over the world. Some of you are in this channel, and it for me was beyond. Anyway, for each day that I add up and get the number, I usually don't just sort of like an intuitive thing. I'm going to pull from both descriptions and then assign it to what's the feeling of these cards and how does it play into this number. And it's lovely how the menu of all of that, which is the divination, you really can't, it's so easy to intuitively get to those messages. And we're already at 14 minutes, so I need to wrap this up. It's a number 7 day. Prioritize your spiritual pathway. Angels are supporting your life choices. It's time to meditate and focus on the intuitive messages that you get. A day of contemplation and introspection. Now, I wrote these notes based on what was coming to me before I got on this camera and before I shuffled these cards, and these two things came out. So it's this what I'm doing right here completely blows my mind, and it's almost as if the non-physical are vibrating at this level here that's telling me you got a voice, you got a word, you got to get on out there and do it. So my friends, before I go, yes, personal readings, I'm up for them. Share it with your friends. Tell them, yes, I need more subscriptions. I got 15 this year, extra ones. I'm blown away with that. I got extra view hours. This is what YouTube puts up as my progress for the year. We're going to keep going. Last year I was barely at 200. I think we're now well over 3. I'd love to get to 400 by the beginning of 2024. I don't know if that's possible, but listen, with your help, anything's possible. Until tomorrow, I love you, I love you, I love you. Be good, be great, be introspective, and just do your thing. Bye for now.